Hi and welcome to another episode of Fishing Western Australia.
This week we could be anywhere, so sit back and let's see what's coming up.
On today's show, we head to Marshy's hometown of Broome, where we'll sight fish for tuna.
One Broome mackerel tuna.
Then we'll head out into Roebuck Bay and catch a different kind of prehistoric salmon.
They call these a Bluenose salmon here in Broome. Marshy, there's a school just up ahead.
Now Steve's joined me in Broome, my hometown, and this tide's just about to turn, mate, so all the bait fish are going to go off. Them tuna are certainly going to start any minute now. The birds have just lifted off the water,
yeah,
so
look at that. The fish are starting to come up.
I'm going to get you over there.
Get the engine started. Tell everyone about what we're going to do here. Now I've got 6 kilo line. They're probably mackerel tuna, and they're great sport. That's a metal slice, and it's a laser jig, 50 grams, and I've got braided line. I want to cast right over the back of that school, crank it through the fish, and you watch. The action is hot, but it's pretty hard to do because they're spooky fish. Marshy, go!
Now what I've done, I love to stand up and look at the fish and everything. So what I've done is made this bit of an extension, just with a bit of plastic pipe and a bit of tape. And I can stand up now and see all the fish and look down. So you're not right down there.
The secret to hooking mackerel tuna is to get upwind of them, cast your lure over the back of the school, let it sink, then wind like there's no tomorrow.
Oh yes! Woo!
About time.
All right, I'm onto one now. I've got the fire line on, which is non-stretch, and it's very hard to fight tuna with non-stretch lines because you've got no give and they like to run. But I'm doing it because I really need the extra casting distance, and now he's gone to the bottom. That's not much like a tuna, is it, Marshy?
Nah, they're only in 25 metres, mate.
Oh, good.
24 metres.
That school's still just going off in the distance. Meanwhile, I've got old Harold here. He's now a splinter group. Whoa!
There's going to be a shark.
Oh, so sharp.
That's going to be a shark. That's going to be a shark. And I've got the net. Taking a bit of, there's my net repair, look at that. Beautiful. Used to be an old sea dog.
What, are you helping or are you just waffling there?
I'm just waiting for you
Rambling
to,
on.
you know, is it going to take long or what? Oh, here we go. The backwards, northern,
Oh,
that's the
look at
northern backwards swimming tuna. Backwards into the net, reverse, doot, doot. Nice
Backing up.
one.
All right, Mac tuna. I didn't even hook it in the mouth, did
No,
I?
you didn't. You hooked him in the gill plate. And
pop
that's
that.
why.
Have a look at this.
How aggressive is that?
Broome mackerel tuna. Ah! You're right.
Broome mackerel blood.
I'll just pre-bait your boat if you don't mind.
God, they don't
The lure's out
bleed.
though. There you go. Oh, it's got me in the eye. If you hold them upside down, they don't kick much. Oh,
Just
he'll
put
be
him
okay
back.
though. He's just nicked him in the gill plate and he's plenty of activity. Bye.
I'm not going to bring you again. Look, look at this. Gee
I
whiz.
think half of that's my blood.
Looks like a butcher's shop. And the fish swam away, so there's nothing wrong with it. Look, even on the lens, look. Look at that.
I can't talk.
That's reality TV.
I can't talk. Shut up. Now they're coming right at us. Look at this. Yep. Oh, don't fly through the line, seagull. Oh, look at that spool go. And that's what you want to do, put it right in their face. Oh, this was not a bad one actually. This is where fishing's a real team sport. I've hooked the fish. Marshy's driving the boat. It's good fish. Seems to be tiring a bit here, mate. That's an excellent speed. I'm not using a leader because I've tied this lure on pretty quickly. See, I'm letting him have some line. See, he's taking a bit. The last bit of energy from the fish is being absorbed by that rod, doing all the work for me. It's good fish, this.
I don't think you're letting him have that line. I think he's taken as much as he likes.
Yeah, that's it.
He's a smug fish.
Smug fish. Right, Marshy, it's coming up. It's coming up. I can see it. It's not that big. It's just got stamina to burn.
There it is.
It's like a binary star.
Right, you
We're
ready?
circulating each other. Oh,
We'll close in on him.
yeah, we will. I've got him in the fin. No wonder he wasn't happy. Quick with that net. You ready?
Yeah.
Here's our chance. Hey!
Look at that.
That's
no
actually
wonder.
not a bad size, though, is it?
No wonder. He got him in the stomach.
Oh,
Let's get me pliers.
you
hang
get the pliers. Look at this. He's spitting out all sorts of little bait fish. Look at that. How you going there, old son?
on. Good, mate. There you go.
One broom
Look at
mackerel
this.
tuna. And look at that. After that fight, he is still just absolutely going for it. I don't think he
that.
wants any of that.
That's amazing.
Would you like some more? No, he's shaking his head. He doesn't want it. We're going to pop him back and swim him. He's obviously got so much stamina. In that broom sunset. How you feeling there, mate? You're still pretty strong, aren't you? Just let you get your bearings. And he's ready to go. Okay, mate. Thanks for the fun. We'll see you later. He's fine.
Mate, I can't believe that fought that well for that size. Me and the cameraman, we went out for lunch and everything.
Well, Broome, Cable Beach is that way.
Yes.
Dinner's that way. Where's the hospital?
And I'm going to run out of light, so I'm going.
I think I need a wrist reconstruction.
Don't go away, because next we head to Roebuck Bay and fish for a prehistoric salmon.
They call these a Bluenose salmon here in Broome.
Broome is without question one of the hardest places to launch a boat in WA. There are several ramps dotted around the town, but the massive tides have brought many tourists undone. It's not uncommon to see a car that was parked at low tide being winched up the beach full of water after only 6 hours. The chances of fish being caught in the car along with the water are quite remote, so we don't recommend this form of fishing. Once out in the bay, the tides make the water very cloudy, but some species of fish have adapted and thrive in these conditions.
Well, this is a pretty civilised way to start the day, Marshy.
Certainly is. The only way to fish over here. Little tiny shallow lures and just put along, and you never know what's going to happen here.
We're at Crab Creek, which is on the other side of Roebuck Bay, which is the big bay outside of Broome. And today we're after threadfin salmon.
Yep, mate, if you catch one of them, I tell you what, it's going to go off.
The water's only about 50 centimetres deep, and it's like a carton of choc milk's been poured in. In fact, lots of cartons of choc milk.
Yeah.
But if it goes off, it's some of the most exciting fishing you'll ever do. So I reckon we'll just sit back, relax, and wait for the fish to show up, eh?
Sounds good to me.
Now this is really simple fishing. We're doing what's called trolling, which is driving along, towing some lures. I've got a double here on my main line and a swivel, and that's a 40-pound leader, coated mono, so there's a little bit of abrasion resistance. And look at that, that's a lure that's had a bit of work. It's a Nils Master spearhead. Even the hooks are rusty. Marshy's had good success on this, so he's loaned it to me for the morning. And we're just going to plop them out the back and run it about, I don't know, 2 or 3 knots. It'll be easier.
Marshy decided to stop for a bit of bait fishing once he saw the birds were working, but he was soon sorry that he did.
See, you touched it too early, didn't you?
No.
Here you go. Nah, you missed him. Does it feel bad?
Yeah, missed him. What does he know?
Oh, all right.
You don't know anything, do you?
What is it? It's not very big.
Probably a catfish!
Catfish! Yay!
Now, although we joke about catfish, there's a serious side to them, and I'll tell you all about it. Take my Maui's off.
Very serious if you jam it in your fingers.
There is. Now, with these fish, you've got to be really, really careful. I've had one in the finger, and I do not want another one. And with these fins, I never bring them past the gunnels of the boat, because this fin here, that one there, and that one, see how I can tap that fin? They're totally locked out. Locked out, totally. And if you get one of those in the finger, tell you what, it's pretty serious. Now, a lot of people flick these fish off, and what I do is this. Hooks cost nothing. Ruining your day costs a lot. I'll soon let him have the hook. That hook's going to disappear. Still got my sinker, just put another hook on.
Now we've just given up our trolling because we've seen a flock of birds here circling. It's what we call working. What they're probably doing is waiting for the scraps that fish have cut into. When they're eating the bait fish, they'll float up and the birds will get all the little bits and pieces. So we're going to chuck a white jig in here and see what happens. Getting hits, I'm on. Oh yeah, it's not a bad fish either.
See?
There you go, you want to work under that working school of birds. Could be a little queenfish, hasn't come out of the water. What do you reckon, Marshy? Little salmon maybe?
Yeah, could be a little blue nose.
This is so exciting, this sort of fishing. I've only got a light leader here. Find out what it is. But the water's so cloudy I can't even see it. Here we go. Little salmon.
Is he a little salmon?
It is, yeah. Little blue nose. Look at that. Fantastic.
See?
White jigs, eh?
You can't go wrong, mate.
You certainly can't. In the Kimberley, always have a white jig. And oh, he's gone all sorts of ways except where I want him. Come on, you'll be right, mate. Beautiful little fish here. Now, they call these a Bluenose salmon here in Broome. He hasn't really got a blue nose, but that's what they are. And you see little barbels under there that we talked about earlier? That's what they use to feel about in this dirty water. They're not very hardy, so I'll pop him back in the water quickly. Just treat them gently if you're going to have a bit of catch and release. He's all right.
Tap, 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 tap.
Oh, yes, he's hit that.
Now I've got baits on, and he's right close to the boat. He's quite a docile fish, actually, for a salmon. He is.
That's a better size, though.
Yeah, there's probably thousands of them here. They're awesome. I love salmon.
Oh, that's a good one.
Still got me bait. And I'll be laughing. They've got such a big mouth. I'll show you their mouth in a minute. They've actually got no teeth. What they have got is this great big mouth, and on here, this is like real sandpaper. That's why you need a bit of a leader. And you get these little things like that, and they're that quick. Just that quick.
Stick around, because next the salmon really start to fire up.
Whoa, it's a salmon and he's coming out of the water. Some stuff going on here.
The schools move around quickly, so you have to be prepared to move around and wait for them to pop up next.
Oh, they're going to hit. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, another hit. Come on, come on, come on. They're chasing it across the bottom. Watch this. They've worked out, there's a whole bunch. Oh yeah, he's on. There's a lot of them out there. Oh, they'll get a stationary lure.
Look up.
That's how hungry they are. Now we've got a double going. This one's fighting a bit better, mate.
Yeah, and this one too.
Where are you? Oh no. Under me.
Under.
That's a catty.
He's a really dark catfish. That's
Yeah.
the darkest catfish I've ever seen.
You can have him, he's your friend.
Look at that. That's amazing.
I'll let you
that
play
dark
with
for
that.
ages.
He's all yours. You keep him away from my foot. Meanwhile, I'm doing laps at the
That's
back.
incredible. Look at how dark he is. He's like almost a bronzy colour. Now, as with catfish, you can certainly keep the hook, Mr. Catfish, because...
Woo! Well, this is a strong salmon, this one. Look at this, he's doing laps.
once stung, never forget me.
Never.
I'm telling you now.
Woo! These are great fun. And they're so aggressive now. They're hitting those stationary lures. Anything that hits the water, they're feeding on.
They are.
Might have to net this one. Feels like a good fish. There's a tail. Ooh. Come on.
Could be a thready.
I'm sick of doing laps. Now he's just about done.
Oh, he's a nice one.
That's a lovely fish, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Just have a look at that in the water. Isn't that fantastic? There's nothing they're going to hurt you, so grab it by the lure. That's the safest way of doing it. That way you're not going to break your leader. Just grab him here is fine. They've got very soft flesh. So don't be too rough with them. Look at that, isn't that magnificent? A real predator, a big eye. Electronic impulses go through those barbels, and that's how they hunt. And such a spirited performer. See you later. This is great fun, Marshy. Yep, there we go. Whoa, it's a salmon and he's coming out of the water. That rod nice and high. Oh, he's going for a burst. You can get him to come up for you. You're done there, mate. He's wolfed that crystal minnow. Barbless hooks. I got a big gob, and watch this. Beauty of barbless hooks. Come on. Out comes the lure. Didn't lose the fish. Marshy's on another fish, so I'll get this one back in the water. See ya. How you doing there, Marshy?
Yeah, he knows he's up now.
Bit of a salmon?
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's a beauty.
On some bait too. I don't think he's quite done yet. I'm a bit nervous about this one.
That's a nice fish.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's a lot about here.
Come on.
Ooh, come on.
See, I told you he wasn't done.
No.
These are great. I could catch these all day.
Oh, no.
What's the matter?
Bye-bye lure.
That crystal minnow swam really well. Ignore me, old mate. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, gotcha. Whoa! This thing's going off.
That's a
huge one, isn't it?
Oh, now he's just seen the boat. That's a nice fish.
That's a good one, mate. Keep him out of that running gear. Oh, yes.
Oh.
Whoa!
Now he's off.
This is just going off
Now
now.
he's off.
Look at this one. This is a beauty.
He's a nice one.
Oh.
Get your lure back.
Have a look at that, yeah. What a beauty, threadfin. Whoa! It's all, geez, mate, what have you got? Come on. That's where the barbless hooks are great, because we'll just get that hook straight out, pop him back in, and while their friend's in, we can have as much fun as we want.
He's mine.
That is a nice fish, Marshy.
Look,
They're taking stationary lures now, feeling with those barbels in the mud.
change.
And they'll grab lead heads. No bait. Oh, lost him. My goodness, now it's just happening everywhere. What are you doing with that thing?
Oh, he's just going round the boat. I don't know. Come on.
Is it actually a thready?
It's definitely a salmon.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. I need the net for this one.
Do you, mate? All right, I'll help you out.
Okay, just need the net.
Oh, that
for
is
him.
nice.
Now,
Oh,
as soon as he
yes.
sees the net, he's going to...
Now, see, I'm going to keep the net out of Marshy's way here. Oh, that's a beauty. For a blue nose, that is a corker. Now, swim the fish into the net, just like that. That's how you net fish.
Thank you very much.
No problem. He's all yours. Good effort, mate. That's a beauty.
He's a beauty. He is indeed. They're so slimy, though. I might just grab this bit of towel. So stop pulling the scales off him. And you can grip him a lot better.
Oh, that's a beauty, mate. Well done.
He's took that right down so I can get that out of him because he's quite big.
Oh!
You can see how slimy they are all over my jacket. There you go. All right. Beautiful salmon, that one. Oh,
He knew where it was time to go, didn't he?
didn't take long. I think the jacket needs a wash.
Marshy, catfish or salmon? Oh, we're going to find out. It's got a bit of weight.
That has got a bit of weight, actually. Probably a big caddy. If it's a caddy, we're going home.
He's not tearing around.
Ta-da!
Well, Marshy, I think the catfish have moved in. The tide's all wrong now for the salmon.
It is. There you go.
One more catfish returned with your hook.
Oh.
Creek fishing in Broome, mate, as a local, you certainly do have a good time here. It's a way of life, isn't it?
It is, and salmon fishing is pretty much on the agenda all year round. It's awesome.
It's fantastic fun on light tackle. I've had a ball. Thanks for bringing me here.
No worries.
Time to go home and sit in the sun.
Okay.
For those of you that want lots more information after the show, remember to log on to fishingwa.com. It's our own website with over 400 pages of information to help you catch more fish right here in WA. There's advice, there's GPS coordinates, there's rigs, there's knots, there's spots, there's articles, there's movies, there's everything you need to know to catch fish in Western Australia. Remember, www.fishingwa.com.
On our next episode, we'll show you the story we waited 3 years to get as Steve takes you to his favourite fishing spot of all time.
The 4 kilo one.
We'll also head south and show you some beach fishing secrets.
These are silver trevally. We call them skippy.
Well, unfortunately, we've run out of time again, Steve.
That's right, but there's plenty more to come in this series, so we'll catch you next week on Fishing Western Australia.